Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick.
Hi.
Uh,
Hi.
Nick, Nick, we're recording on July 8th right now, 2024, but we're suspended currently for the people that likes to listen on YouTube. Um, yeah, we're not suspended on any other platform, but only YouTube with their guidelines. They came up and they suspended us. They gave us one strike for an entire week. We're not allowed to upload, post anything. So we're suspended to the 15th. So what you're listening now, it's been a week. We
Yeah.
recorded this a week. So I don't know. They found an episode 91. So if you guys want to look up and listen to episode 91 on like iTunes, Spotify, any other platform besides YouTube, you could go listen to see. Like I probably said something crazy. You know what I mean? It was the Damar Hamlin episode, the football player that had the cardiac arrest on the field. Like maybe I said something like he was a body double or something like that. He came back to life.
Well, now this episode's gonna get
Yeah,
fucking.
I know. I was just thinking that. Yeah, I know. But maybe that's what it is. But if you want to go listen to it, I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow on my drive. And just like see what the hell I just said about that whole situation. They said medical misinformation. Um, so that's where we stand right now. So where you're listening to on July 15th, we recorded this a week ago. So there it is.
Yeah. Well, it was basically about the vaccine, right? You said something. You must have said something about the vaccine. You can't say anything about it. That's not up to certain fucking standards and guidelines. But you could type in something on Google and get a load of fucking misinformation, contradictory bullshit, and nobody gets fucking banned from that. You can't figure out if asparagus is good for you today. Tomorrow it's fucking bad for you. You can't fucking, like we were saying last week, you don't know what the median average fucking income of a certain job is. It's all
Yeah,
fucking skewed
yeah.
and bullshit. And somebody just wakes up, takes a shit, goes on Google and puts in more information that doesn't fucking make any sense. It's just a bunch of lies that are put up. And for some reason, when you fucking say anything against the bullshit about the fucking vaccine, you get kicked off. It's
Why is
like,
that happening though?
how, but here's the fucking better question. That episode was about fucking what? 3 months ago? Like that.
Dude, episode 91, I could go back and check right now. Like, give me a second, but um I mean, dude,
Probably more than
that's
that.
that's the question though. Like, why are they coming after us? Are we onto something? Are we just telling the truth and they don't want the truth out there no matter who the hell is talking about it?
I just don't understand why it's even a fucking topic of conversation anymore that they're looking for this. You know what I mean? Why do they still give a fuck? You
They
know, all
it was,
didn't
it was over a
didn't
year ago.
isn't all of this stuff coming out now that it does, like, there are issues and stuff like that and it wasn't tested well enough and all that shit. So what the fuck? And number one, who gives a shit that they fucking gave us a strike? They can go fuck themselves.
Right.
YouTube. I actually love YouTube. It's my favorite fucking platform for everything. When I put music up and shit like that, I love putting it up on YouTube because there's strangers out there. Maybe they could see it. I
Right.
listen to my music on YouTube. I don't listen to fucking Pandora or Spotify can suck my balls.
Hallelujah.
Spotify. What?
Hallelujah.
Oh, you watched it?
You put your music up. So yeah, if you guys want to watch, I'll put the link on this episode of YouTube if they allow us to.
Yeah.
You're singing Hallelujah on there. You were just like walking through like a field, like a dewy meadow. And
Simple,
yeah,
simple video.
you just say that's actually my brother's like favorite song. So you should like at the softball game tomorrow, you should like show him the video or send it to him.
I'll just bust out my guitar that I keep in the trunk and just start singing it.
You should just walk around the outfield just singing it.
I
Like
should.
it doesn't matter. Like we're out of contention. So
Yeah.
just go up there and sing. I'm sure everybody stop what the fuck they're doing. And just like, yo, look at this maniac. You know?
This lunatic. Or you know what? I should go next to the people that are like having their barbecue and stuff. You
Yes,
know, the guys that are just chilling. I'll just bust out my guitar and just start playing Hallelujah for them.
absolutely. I'm sure those motherfuckers would love that shit.
Oh, they would love it.
They
They give me
get
a
like,
burger.
oh, dude, they have their own barbecue going, and then they get to see this motherfucker sing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be fucking fantastic. So check out your YouTube channel. Was it Nick Celio? YouTube?
Yeah, you could just type in my name and you can find it. I kind of stopped even promote like pushing shit to people anymore. I just put it up on YouTube. You want to find it because I legitimately I
We'll
put something
post
up on
it. I'll put it
Facebook.
up on this too. We'll send the link.
All right, I put stuff up on Facebook. Like I wrote a piano album a while back, a few years ago. I finished it and I decided to promote it. Not promote it. I just felt like putting it up. The other day I said to myself, just put it up today. So I put it up, and honestly, usually I care to see how many people view it, and if like a bunch of people don't view it, I like take it down. But this time I just didn't give a shit, and
That's how you
it
should
all
be.
yeah, like
That's
you
the
know there was,
attitude. That's the attitude you have to be. Like, why
yeah
leave it the fuck up there
yeah
and see what happens? You know what I mean? Like you don't need to stress over that. Like we put up episodes every week. It's up
yeah.
there. It's out there.
You know what it is? It's a lot of this stuff. It's different with like the music and stuff, and you're putting yourself out there in a different way because it's real emotional some of it, and you're putting it out there and you
Telling me
want
I'm
to
not
react.
emotional on the podcast.
Shut the fuck up. And you're putting it out there and you're expecting some sort of a certain response, which you're right, you shouldn't. And I'm just done expecting the response. So
Well, listen, if you went on AGT and you sang, you would get a response from Simon Cowell, Heidi Klum, and the Highway Mandel and the other.
Highwayman down, yeah,
You know what I mean?
they would say this. How did you skate through to us? Who did you blow in order to get to this fucking round?
You waited online for this. You should have been head of the class.
Yeah,
Actually, a couple of your songs actually like were pretty good. Like I told you, like I enjoyed them.
nice.
So yeah, you definitely should. I mean, I play your song with the band Hindsight at the end of the podcast. Every podcast is that's the song,
Yeah,
we play on here. So I mean, you're definitely onto something. You just got to give yourself, I think, a little bit, more credit and don't get in your head so much and just, put it out there and let it be what it is. I think I don't know who sang it, maybe the Monkeys, like they said, like, let it be,
it's
let it
so
be.
stupid.
So I think you got to listen to them. You should listen to the Monkeys.
We all know that Mike knows it's the Beatles. Let's be real. You know what? I think everybody who watches the podcast now can tell how stupid his face
I
looks when he
I said
lies.
I thought it was Pantera.
Yes,
This one,
Sarah.
or maybe Metallica. I don't know. I was confused.
Oh shit. We got two new songs that we recorded actually. Actually, one
Oh
of
yeah.
them's called "It Is What It Is," which is funny because our
Hey,
podcast calls "It Is What It Is."
I don't like
Um,
that. I need some fucking credits in that song.
well, that song is actually the first song that my guitar player wrote. He wrote two songs. He recorded them and he put them up on Facebook. And I messaged him. I commented. I was like, "Dude, this is fucking awesome." This is before we were a band. And then he asked me. He came to me. He was like, "Hey, do you want to sing? Do you want to sing? Do you want to start an original band? And you could sing these songs." I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So it was weird though because we were at this point where we formed the band, but it wasn't going anywhere. We weren't able to get into the studio. And there was one day where I was going to tell him, "Dude, I'm done. I'm out of the band. I don't want to anymore." And I was like, "Just don't do that. Don't for once, don't fucking do that, dickhead." So I
Right.
didn't. Now we're still in the band and we still been working on some new stuff, but there's some cool music that we have coming out soon, and we're still working on some new stuff. We haven't been playing any shows at all this summer because I'm working on the weekends and I keep fucking my band over. But we'll be back in the fall and stuff like that. But soon there'll be a couple new songs. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
think you should quit that weekend job so you can actually do stuff.
I know, man. I know. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I know.
So you can like sing with the band, go on vacations,
I know.
shit like that. Like I was at resorts on Friday, you know,
Yeah.
July 6th.
All right.
So went there, hung out. Shout out to Sean and Dennis. I met them up there. Just gambled a little bit, didn't do so well.
Okay.
But resorts, it's like right by the Catskills, a nice quick like little ride. So that was okay. Had fun, fun time there. But I'm going to Atlantic City on
Yeah,
Friday.
baby.
You know what I'm saying? So Friday I will be there.
Yep.
When you listen to the podcast, obviously I was already there, so hopefully I won a lot of money and I hit some mega slot machines. So
Yep.
I'll be there. I'll be there Friday, July
Nice.
12th or some shit. So
Hmm.
yeah, hopefully I'll make some
I
fucking
can't
money.
wait.
Are you coming? Or you got to
I
work?
can't wait. I can't. I actually I might have to leave Friday night to go up to Massachusetts to work.
Wow.
I don't know if it is or not. I don't know. I asked my boss. I was like, dude, because I have rehearsal with my band on Friday, and I told them now I'm like I might have to cancel on you guys, and that I canceled two shows already on them. Now I got to cancel his rehearsal. He doesn't know if I'm gonna have to leave Friday or I'm gonna have to like sleep over there Friday or Saturday. I don't fucking know. He's just
Damn.
not telling me,
Like,
But
listen, I mean, I sent you a job thing to
yeah,
apply for, to think about. Maybe you could do that. It's a I mean, Monday to Friday deal.
yeah,
But you know what I mean? It's other than your Saturday and Sunday because you want to have like weekends free.
yeah,
That's what it's about. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So, but
yeah. It's nice. Weekends are nice. Yeah. Anyways,
anyway,
what? Anyways, what?
anyway, we gotta move on. I had a question, man. I was thinking about this.
3 inches.
Is it that little?
That's
Jesus.
big.
I mean, for like a button, you know what I mean? So,
3 inch button.
like that's a big ass button you got. All right, but I mean, I was thinking about something else. You know, um, I think I was probably scrolling through like Instagram or some shit. But like, I had a question. Like, what would you
Yeah.
tell your younger self?
Oh,
And
oh yeah.
I texted this like a little while ago to give you like some like I don't want to shock you. I want you to have like time to think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what would you tell your younger self? And you're like 60 now? Is that what it is?
64 years old. Yeah.
So you got to go back at least 40 years.
Huh, I'm 40 years old. Um,
That's crazy.
I could write a list. I could write a list of things that I would tell my fucking younger self. But I think above all things,
Mhm.
if I had to choose like three things, it would be save all of your fucking money. Okay. Number two, spend some of that money though. Okay.
Mhm.
Number three, play more basketball. All right. And I'm not even joking around. When I mean play more basketball, I mean go out and fucking play every second of the day that you have the ability to run around like a fucking lunatic. And I did when I was young. I played a lot, but I mean, get the fuck out there more. I don't even think I could have played more. You know what I mean? When I was young, yeah, I mean, I watched some TV, I watched movies, I played on the computer, but I was out. I was out. But I'm saying play more, play more, hang
Dude,
out with your fucking friends all the time, play basketball all
we did
fucking
that.
day.
We did that.
Play more,
Marshmallow,
more.
a couple other guys, dude. I'm gonna ask you how often did you play basketball? Me, we played every day after school,
Yeah,
and we played on the weekends. And then I'm talking about this is summertime, springtime. Then when the
yeah,
fall hits, we play like any open gym we can. So it's probably like 2 to 3 times a week. So during the winter time, it sucked because we were only playing 3 times a week. But yo, we played all the time.
that's
Now,
good.
how often did you play? Was it just like once a week or not even?
No, I mean, I was playing in my backyard a lot. I played basketball a lot in my backyard, but I feel like I used to play with, I used to play basketball with my brother and two of our friends, the Henneberries, Mikey and Rob, and we wouldn't play all the time, but
Huckleberries.
yeah, I feel like I was out there a lot, but for some reason, I can't remember how many times how I was doing whatever I could all the time. You know what I mean? But I don't
Yeah,
know, we were playing stickball and shit like that, but
dude.
I can't
We
remember much.
me and Miguel Plywood, like
Yeah.
we love basketball so much, like growing up, that we actually put a hoop on a telephone pole on our street. And yo, we used to fucking play every day, every
Yeah.
night, shoot around, and that's what we did. We were just like this was before we started driving, even during when we were driving. And dude, it was just like a cool thing to just go outside and just chill, hang out, then we meet people. We met like our neighbors, and a lot of people like that. So it was just good to like get outside, do things because
Yeah.
that's how you meet people. Like even like besides us shooting out there, like playing at the parks. Like we used to play at the park up Midland like every day. Then you meet everybody from up there. Then you go around playing at different parks. Like that's how you like socialize and stuff like this. I don't know how kids do it nowadays. I can't be locked up with my phone doing all that. I need like it was so great to be outside and doing
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think those days are gone. I would love to just play basketball every day after work. Just go up to the park and just show up like, yo, I'm here.
Yeah.
This fucking guy, yo, this is amazing. It sucks. I had to go into like kind of retirement.
Well, when I quit my job a long time ago, I would go up to the St. Anne's Park, and I started playing, and these young kids showed up, like young, like I don't know, 12, 13 or some shit like that. Maybe, yeah, 13, 14, I don't know. And I was just playing with these fucking kids, man. We used to play games, shit like that, and they loved me. They fucking loved me, bro. Like I gave one of the kids my fucking basketball one time, and it was my favorite fucking basketball. He needed it. They were playing, and I left the park. I was like, dude, here. I was like, just give it to me next time. And then but I never went back ever, which was fucked up because I was going back and I would have gotten
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ball back. But that was my favorite ball. It was
He probably waited every day. He's like, where's this mother?
probably
He probably thinks this motherfucker's dead.
it was a Duke Blue Devils
Blue and
basketball.
white,
Yeah, from I
mixed
won at the
face.
fair. I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my brother won that one, and I think I won a Huskies one at the fucking. This was from the fair, I believe, man. Like, so this was an old basketball.
This is like Westchester County Fair days.
I'm pretty sure that we won it there. I could be lying,
Right, right.
but I'm pretty sure we won those basketballs there. Um, but yeah, I mean, and I don't mean just play basketball. I mean, like, fuck, man, I hurt my back yesterday. That's why I'm laying down because I lifted some stone. Like I had to do some work at my grandfather's house, and I lifted these stones, and they were fucking heavy as fuck, and like I feel it compressing my back, and now I'm fucking out of commission for a fucking day. Hopefully, only for a fucking day. You know what I mean? And then, so that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Enjoy as
Oh,
the sunscreen song by Boz Lerman went. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth.
okay, yeah, yeah. I agree with that.
Never mind. You
The-
won't understand that one until it's gone. Basically, he said, you don't remember the fucking sunscreen song? Dude, you have to listen to it. It's a speech that this guy gave to like a college class, and this guy just made like a song out of it. It's not even a song, it's just music in the background, and it's him just talking all this like a speech about to like younger kids about, what to expect. It's fucking phenomenal, man. It's fucking phenomenal.
Okay,
Um,
I'll check it
but
out.
yeah, so then also spend your money and save your money. Think about how much fucking money that we've probably made in our lives, right?
Hmm.
Most likely, we don't even have a tenth of that in savings. I don't know about you, but I used to go out like a fucking moron,
You just
and
spend,
I don't. Oh my god, dude, belligerent amount of fucking
yeah.
on alcohol. You buy a beer at the fucking club for $5. You give the guy a 10, and you say keep the change. Why? Why did I tell that fucking guy to keep the
That
change?
you'll never see again.
Did I think he was gonna blow me afterwards? No,
Did
I
he?
wasn't. I wasn't gay then. You know what I mean? I didn't want that.
You blew it.
Why? Why did I give that guy a 5? Now, I remember this like it was just a specific fucking bartender. I've done it 100 million times, but I
Of course.
remember in Long Island saying, "Keep the change." Like I was cool.
Yeah, yeah. You blew it. Pardon the pun. You blew it.
I blew it, and it was almost as if I didn't want to wait there for the change
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
look like a fucking cheap ass by only giving him $1.
Yeah, right.
Which
But that's what you should because they're making money. They make it bank like all night.
they don't even fucking yeah.
Now,
But that's the
what would you rather have, like the money or the memories?
I can't remember shit.
That should be a fucking YouTube short right there. What would you rather have, the money or the memories? I don't remember shit. Of
Dude,
course, I want the money, motherfucker.
Listen, in all seriousness, I went out a lot to clubs. I
Yeah.
hate, I hated clubs. I only went out because my friends fucking dragged me. Did I have a lot of fun times? Sure, eventually. But I used to go out. I was pissed. I was an angry motherfucking drunk when I was younger. I would stand there because I was so goddamn shy. Like I wanted to dance, but I was just a pussy. But then sometimes I was in a good mood and I did dance, you know? But I mean, would I give up the fucking times that I had? No, I wouldn't give the fucking times up because they fucking happened. But
Yeah.
there were smarter things that I could have done with my money. You know, you don't have to go out and get fucking obliterated and spend $120 every fucking night that you go out.
It's
You know,
true.
you could pregame a little heavier or fucking just not drink as fucking much, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then how much fucking money have we spent on dinners and bull fucking and not even that good of dinners sometimes. You go to a steakhouse and you have to cross your fingers and hope that it's going to be good. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You can't go to a steakhouse and it's always fucking good. Why is that? You go to Outback for fucking $25, it's always the fucking same. You go
Same
to a
shit.
fucking you go to fucking uh Roots fucking Chris. It could suck. The steak could literally suck. It could taste like the guy in the back didn't even put fucking salt on it. And you're spending fucking $300 at fucking
Yeah.
Roots Chris for two fucking people.
It's crazy. The amount of money you spend on that shit. Yeah. So you'd rather have the money instead of the memories.
Well, I can't remember shit, Mike. You know what I
It's
mean?
great.
Like, fuck, man. You know when you yeah.
I
But
wonder. I wonder
there's
if
a
people.
happy medium. There's a happy medium. You don't have to fucking live like a cheap ass, but you don't
Right.
have to
Right.
blow your fucking money. Go out once every fucking 3 months. Eat home
Yeah.
or once a month, and then eat home the rest of the fucking time. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Listen. Life goes by you quick. So, I mean, if you're saying go out, party hard once a month, it's only 12 times a year. If you think about it, 365 days.
Yeah.
You know, Uh,
But
it's tough.
but what there's got to be ways to go out and have a good time without spending a lot of money. You know what I
It's
mean?
true.
Go
It's true.
fucking bowling. Go bowling.
All
Bowling
right.
is not that cheap either anymore, but I mean,
Listen, you know what's gonna happen, Nick? Like I also seen this on Instagram. Every like 100 years, right? There's new people on this planet. Every 100 years. That's
yeah.
not that long, right? Every 100 years, it's a new generation of people.
Yep.
So what you have now, you like your house, your car.
Yeah.
There's gonna be strangers living in that. You know what I mean? In 100
Oh yeah.
years,
Yeah.
25 years. Like, what does all this matter? Like,
Yeah.
we save money for this, we save money for that, we're stressing about money for this.
Right.
It's
Doesn't matter.
almost like we're programmed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was like my thing before, like when I was asking you, like, what would you tell your younger self?
Yeah.
I think I've become enlightened with my younger self. Like, I would tell my younger self, like, hey, we're all programmed. We're
Yeah.
programmed from birth. We're programmed by your institution, by your schooling, by your religion.
Yeah.
You're all programmed to believe what you've grown up in, your environment, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it takes like a minute to like break yourself out of that program. It's almost like your brain is a program. You have a virus. You were taught all this nonsense. Like, look at all like the crap people believe all around the world. Like, they grew up like, all right, they grew up in the Jewish religion. They grew up Christian religion. They grew up Muslim religion. All this crap. They didn't have a choice. They just programmed into believing like
Yeah.
all that. Now, what does that mean to me? Like now I'm thinking like, you know what? It just seems to me like our brain is a program. We got a virus and you want to like clean it out. So you just want to believe like I want to believe like it's really hard to it's really hard to say. Like I want to
Yeah.
believe like not
You're
the
not a very smart
nonsense.
person. You're not a very smart person. You're trying to come up with something intellectual. So I understand why it's hard for you to get your words
Thank
out.
you. Thank you. That's exactly what I was fucking trying to say. I couldn't just my brain is programmed to be like, no, I can't fucking think of it. But I needed to like that's what I want to say. Like that's what I want to get out there. Like I need to like you know what I mean? I don't want to believe what people fucking throw at me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I want to believe what like these all these religions getting thrown at me just
yeah,
because one of them might ring true to me. You know what I mean? I've seen, people, friends of mine, like, all right, we went to this school, we all grew up believing in that. Then I seen another friend that went to a different school, they grew up believing in this. I had a friend like this religion, that religion. They grew up believing this. That's what they believe. And then
yeah,
it's like I've seen people go off on different like religions and they believe that and they believe this. Like, and then you got people tell me what's this, what's true, what's not true. I think
yeah,
all of it is just bullshit.
yeah,
I really believe it's all fucking bullshit. We're just getting kind of like inundated with it where it's like, all right, I need to believe this, I need to believe this, just so I could have a purpose in life, just so I could like this is my identity. What you are is what you've grown up and programmed to be, whether it's in like even in sports, like even in like even if you grew up watching TV,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Look at like the TV shows, like maybe you might recognize some of these shows that we grew up with. Like I grew up in, Mr. Belvedere, Full House, Different
yeah,
Strokes, Facts of Life. These were like heartwarming TV shows that had a message, that
right,
had it be good. Now you start seeing the shit that people are growing up with on now. Real Housewives. These bitches just getting fucking drunk, having plastic surgery,
yeah,
and just cheating on their husbands and just saying like, oh, I'm married, but I'm gonna divorce my husband. Meanwhile, I'm gonna just fucking bang you, and I'm gonna justify it by saying I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? It's like all that fucking nonsense, like all that fucking bullshit, and then
yeah,
this other fucking shit like that you're watching. All these other fucking Kardashians, they go around with sleep with all the fucking basketball players, and one has a sex tape. This is what this generation of people are growing up on now. Where are the wholesome fucking TV shows? You know what I mean? That
yeah,
shit, like, at least that brainwashed us in thinking like the world is like, it could be a great place. We have different messages, but at the end
yeah,
of the day, we'll fix it. You know what I mean? There'll
right,
always be a heartwarming message at the end of the show, unless it was a be too continued fucking show where it's like, oh my God, is he dead? But
right,
then you move on. Like now it's just like, you're getting hit with like all these fucking horrible shows, and I'm not even talking about like the internet. Like the internet's like we talked about the internet for a while on this fucking podcast, but man, it's just like I feel really bad for like the people growing up now and have to deal with all this fucking shit. Like I think that's why we see like the world in like turmoil. I think it's like it's so much chaos,
yeah,
and it's because of that. We're not getting hit with like that, the wholesomeness that we had back in the day. It's not the same. It's just
yeah,
it's dirty. It's a dirty place.
yeah. I mean, when you were talking about the Jersey Shore shit or the Real Housewives, it reminded me of a song by Lupe Fiasco, which I actually listened to over the weekend. It just came out of nowhere, but listen to a couple of these verses. Ready?
Mhm.
It's the song the words I never said. He goes, if you turn on TV, all you see is a bunch of what the fucks. Dude is dating so and so, blabbering about such and such, and that ain't Jersey Shore, homie. That's the news, and these the same people supposedly telling us the truth. Uh, Limbaugh is a racist. Glenn Beck is a racist. Gaza Strip was getting bombed. Obama didn't say shit, and then he goes, uh, let me see. Jihad is not a holy war. Where's that in the warship? Murdering is not Islam, and you are not observant, and you are not a Muslim. Israel, don't take my side because look how far you push them. Like he just rips into everybody, like you know what I mean. But the Jersey Shore thing you're saying, that's on the fucking news, like you know what I mean. The Kardashians are fucking on the news. Like, what's the
Yeah, they're
point?
on.
What's the point of that? You know. But you're
What is
right,
the point of that?
100%.
They're
You know.
pushing it. They're pushing the agenda. That's what it is. I think people don't realize it. They're getting hit
Yeah.
with it. Like why do I care? Like what Kardashian is fucking who? Like, what I care about? I care about the news that came on today. They're looking for Kris Jenner, the mom of the Kardashians.
Uh,
The FBI is looking for her because something came out in Puff Daddy's house when the FBI raided it. Now they want to talk to her. And then remember we don't know what they want to talk to her about. Are they trying to find her? But remember, the media and everybody else tried to make Kanye West look crazy, like he was the crazy one.
Right.
But what he was saying the whole time, he's not the crazy one. But the media made him
Right.
think that way. And everybody's like, "Oh, Kanye's crazy. Kanye's crazy." Look what he's saying. He was saying shit in live concerts that people were filming on their phone, and then the
Yeah.
fans in the audience just like, "Yeah," woo. They don't know. They're drunk. They don't know what the hell he's actually saying. But the
Right.
motherfucker's saying the truth, and they're
Mm,
making him seem like he's a crazy person. That's what they're doing. They're flipping the script on the poor guy.
yeah.
He didn't sign up for that shit. He just wanted to he liked Kim. He was banging Kim, had a kid. He didn't realize the parents were fucking crazy and then hooked up with some shit. A lot of power right there when you have that kind of fucking money.
I don't know. I can't speak on it because I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you might be onto something, but I don't know. I mean, Kanye is crazy, that's for sure, in a lot of degrees. But I mean, for him to turn on them and be like, "I'm done with this shit," something had to be going on, right?
Right. But I mean, if he's crazy, like, why do you think he's crazy? Because he's probably seen some crazy shit that it's
Yeah.
just like, this world is not what I thought it was. And
Right.
he's probably fucking flipping out because he has a lot more knowledge than we do.
Oh
You know what I
God.
mean? He's seeing some fucking crazy shit, dude. Like we remember like this story about Puff Daddy and the FBI, like because the FBI they couldn't hide the Puff Daddy like raiding his houses and shit like that. But notice how there wasn't a peep about it afterward, like a week after. You didn't hear any secrets come out. You didn't
Yeah.
hear any other fucking shit come out. But now you're starting to get some leaks about like the Kardashians. Like who else I'm waiting for like Jay-Z. I'm waiting for those leaks to come out because eventually that shit's gonna fucking hit the fan with all that fucking crap that's been going on. You talk about
Right.
like human trafficking, drugs, all that shit. Of course, that shit was eventually gonna come out. Those secrets don't
Right.
go there to die. Epstein had this crazy shit going on. He had a fucking island where these kids were going, these poor young women going there, young girls. I shouldn't say women, young girls,
Yeah.
that were going there, and there was flight logs of people going on. There was some like names on that, but then all of a sudden, like you charge Maxwell with co-conspiracy, whatever, but you don't give us the names of like what kind of power, what kind of money do you have that those names wouldn't come out?
Right.
It's such bullshit. That's like the biggest horrible thing. But meanwhile, if you go to destitute neighborhoods, and I'm talking about, Black America for a second, they arrest all these people for selling marijuana, selling pot, and you throw them in prison. Their names blasted all over the fucking TV,
Right.
right? For just selling weed, just selling fucking weed. But this horrible thing with fucking kids, you don't come out and say anything about it. I mean,
Crazy,
this
man.
world is fucked up and the media is complicit, and there's a lot of powerful people that are complicit on this. I'm telling you right now. It's such a fucking scam. And I can't believe people aren't up in arms over this, wanted to know what the F is going on.
What the F is going on? Mike's not allowed to curse anymore, apparently. Mike, nobody,
Saying,
everybody, you know how it goes. Everybody gets stirred up when the media tells you to get stirred up. Otherwise, people don't really care about anything to do anything.
or they
Look at most
forget it.
people. They forget it. Most people, most people don't do anything, Mike. I mean, listen, right now I don't have a fucking job. It takes a lot of energy for me to get up and do things, right? It does. Uh, it just does. Maybe I'm in a little depressed state of mind, but today I
Wake
didn't
up,
do shit.
son. Wake
I
up.
didn't do shit because my back was bothering me. But lately I've been out playing basketball and shit like that. But it's not easy to do something when you're not guided to do it, right? Fucking all of our lives we've been guided to school, grammar school, high school, college if you went, and then you get a job. And that's it. You don't have to fucking figure anything else out, pretty much. You know what I mean? You can get married, you can have kids. Sure, everybody fucking does that. You can buy a house. You don't really need to figure anything out forever.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. The way our institutions is set up, it's almost like I was saying, it's a program. You're
Yeah.
programmed to take these certain steps,
Yeah.
and you're not like a really free thinker. That's you're taught to what to think. So you
Yeah.
have to think or worry or have anxiety about these things
Yeah.
coming up. I mean, your
Yeah.
next phase of life.
Yeah. And then when you're given the time that everybody so desperately asks for and wants, you don't even know what the
Shit.
fuck to do with it.
You're fucking yeah, you're confused. You're like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah. And you feel guilty.
You do.
To take it from me, you feel guilty about everything. You just
Wasting
feel
time.
a piece
Wasting
of, yeah,
time.
yep. You feel like a piece of shit. You feel like a worthless piece of shit because you're not making money on a daily fucking basis.
Right.
And you've just been and it's not like I don't have fucking money. I could live for a fucking year right now if I wanted to.
But that's where
You
you're
know?
taught. That's where you're taught. That's where the fucking whole depression and anxiety comes in because you're taught that. So
Yeah.
your reaction is to have depression, anxiety about it. But
Right.
meanwhile, you should really take the time to think, to
Yeah.
meditate, to rewire your brain.
I know.
That's the time. That's what you really need to like. Your brain needs to overcome, like to rewire it. I tell you what, like it was, going back for me when I was unemployed for 14 months. Um, I always joke about it. It was the best time of my life. It was the best.
Yeah.
I gambled without having money. I thought I was gonna have to like donate blood to collect money. I thought about selling like my sperm, like anything you could possibly imagine. Like, you know what I mean? And I tell you what though, did I like meditate or think like there was a lot of times where I just thought to myself, I really need to enjoy this time. I need to really like value this because it don't come around that often. You know what I mean? Where
Right.
you have that special time. And you know what, Nick, I used that time. What I did, I joined the gym or I joined this new gym. I met people. Like then I started making contacts. Like because I was unemployed, I was like, hey, I'm here like all the time. I'm working out. I'm doing this, and I would do other things with my other friends at night or like on the weekends, and that's how I like met contacts, and then I became friends with like other groups, and then lo and behold, it got me to where my job is currently now. Just by it wasn't because of my schooling. It wasn't because of like
Yeah.
me putting fucking my resume on monsters.com.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It wasn't because of all that. It was just because I started, get building relationships, started talking to people like, yeah, I do this, I do that, whatever. And then people just, hey, like I got this job, or hey, I got this job. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, like that's what happened. Then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, let's start a fucking a basketball rec league. Let's start a fucking softball league. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? If I don't meet those fucking people like at this, at the basketball court, at the gym, like saying let's
Yeah.
start a softball league, I would have never met you. I would have never been doing this podcast with you. I might have been doing a podcast, but it all like kind of like linked up. You think like the world's just filled with like chaos, you're getting thrown like ups and downs. But if you
Yeah.
really take a minute to like think,
Yeah.
meditate, relax, enjoy the moment,
Yeah.
like it's telling you that you know what, you needed to be led somewhere else. You might be like, I remember at the time when I lost, my job, I got fired. Like I was like, oh my god, I was down. I was like, what the fuck do I do now? But I didn't realize it was leading me to a new path that I needed to,
Yeah.
because I would have been miserable on that path. But it brought me to another path where it's like, holy shit, like I really enjoy like life now. Like I kind of understood that at the time. Like I was probably in a depressed state, almost a little bit, or worried state. Let me not say
Yeah.
depressed. I was in a worried state where it's like, man, like this gonna suck. Like, what am I gonna do for money? I'm collecting unemployment now. But that's,
Yeah.
and I know it's eventually gonna run out. But you know what? I used the time, I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
built the relationships, and I found a new path. And I think that's sometimes you gotta listen to like what the world tells you. You know what I mean? If it means like not doing this or doing this,
Yeah.
it seems like it like worked out. Sometimes you might not think it works out. Like even like not jobs. Like I'm talking about like personal relationships. Besides jobs, like any relationship, like with like family, friends, anything like that. Whatever happens, happens. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can't like dwell on it, be upset about it. You just got to take it for what it is, and then it'll lead you somewhere else, or lead you like on a better plane. So
Right.
let's like you gotta like think, positive instead of being like, oh man, what the fuck? I
Yeah.
can't get out of bed today. You know what I mean? You just gotta be like, all right, I used a couple weeks where I didn't get out of bed. Now I gotta fucking do like I gotta do what I
Yeah.
want to do.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Sorry for that long rant, but
No, no, you're
it is
right.
what it is. It is what
No,
it
no.
is.
It is what it is. No, you're right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. You were 100% fucking right.
Damn right.
Right?
Yeah.
Listen, have you've seen the movie what's it called?
Back to the Future.
Shawshank Redemption, of course, right?
Mm, Never seen it.
With Tim Robbins when he's in prison.
Nah, I never seen it, bro.
Wow, Mike.
I've
Oh
heard
my.
about it. I've heard this. I've heard like the movie, but yeah, listen, you're talking to a guy that I watched fucking what's the fucking movie with the duck that was fucking like
Howard the Duck?
Howard the Duck. Like those were like my kind of movies. I watched Howard the Duck, like they were the best fucking things. I watched Howard the Duck, fucking Naked Gun movies. That was
Yeah,
along my line. So if you want like a level of like higher movies like that and Tombstone, you're not talking to the right guy.
Tombstone. Dude, please watch Shawshank Redemption.
All right, I'll put that on my list.
It's so fucking good, man. But
Don't
there's
ruin
this.
it.
I'm not gonna ruin it. There's
Spoil.
a scene. You're not. I'm not gonna ruin it. There's a scene where when people get out of jail, they're put in like a halfway house or some shit like that, right? Oh,
Okay.
I don't know. And
Rehabilitation center.
yeah, but they give them a room. They give them a room so they could sleep, and it's like a hotel room or whatever. And
Spoiler
I'm
alert.
not giving anything. I'm not giving anything away. A person before had. I'm gonna tell you something. I am gonna tell you something, and you're just not gonna give anything away. It
Right?
says like Mills was here, right? But Mills ends up killing himself. He's not. It's not a big deal. And
Right.
then Red, another guy crosses, and this other guy comes out, and they've been in prison for so long, they don't know how to fucking interact with the world. Their first instinct is to kill themselves because they don't, Mike, they've been in since they were like teenagers, and they're fucking 60, 70 years old now, right?
That would make sense.
The next guy, he wants to kill himself too, but then you see he crosses out and he goes, Red was here too. And then he leaves. So like he had a fucking he had a decision to make, and the thing goes, get busy living or get busy dying, right? And
Mhm.
then he walked out, so he gets busy living. But it's the same thing, you go through shit and you have a choice. You got a choice. You man the fuck up,
Dude, we do got a choice.
you know, or
That's
you
that's
you
that
man the fuck up.
right. You have the choice. You when you wake up, I mean, you did it like you hung around piece of loose leaf and shit, like with the fucking saying on your fucking walls and shit, like a fucking psycho. So like you just gotta listen to yourself. Not just like you personally. Like I'm talking about all the listeners out there. Just yo,
Yeah,
go with like your gut. Enjoy life. I mean, don't be stressed out about nothing. Whatever's gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to you. There's gonna be a lot of ups and downs. There's gonna be a lot of fucking trials and tribulations. So you
yeah.
gotta you just gotta deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
What
I
are you
like
laughing about?
because I said trials and tribulations like I'm a genius. That was some fucking cool words I came up with.
Yo, you don't even know what they mean. That's the best part.
Ghosts and goblins, baby. It's the same shit. you know?
No, you know what's funny? You said enjoy life before, and
You do.
I don't know.
You do.
I said something to myself before where people always ask, "What's the purpose of fucking of life?" And I said to myself, to enjoy it, to just enjoy, to try to enjoy everything. That's
Right.
the only fucking possible purpose for life,
Yeah.
right? What the fuck? Because nobody else knows what's the purpose of life. I don't know, right?
You do
To,
want to
to
just sit around being miserable the whole time?
enjoy it all.
Dude, there's no fucking point in being miserable. We're not here that long.
Yeah.
Wake up. Like, just for, yo, go out there with a big fucking smile on your face. You know what you do? Next time you're feeling sad, you're feeling down, what you do? Put a big cheese on it, you're like, and you just start laughing, like, and then I'm telling you right now, you're gonna be like, yeah, you're right. What the fuck? Like, there's no point of being stressed out about shit, bro. There's no point. I'm telling you. You know,
Yeah.
hang around with people you want to hang out with. Don't hang
Yeah.
around with people you don't want to hang out with. You know, just follow this religion. Don't follow this fucking religion. Believe what you want to believe. Don't believe what you want to believe. It's all about you. But you know what? Just be kind and be honest with everybody. That's it. There's no other point. Just laugh. There's no reason to be negative. It's all about positivity, man. That's all
Yeah.
it is. Don't stress about shit. It's all good.
Be kind, rewind.
That's it, bro. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. You're right. You're right, Michael. And you know what's also a good way to put a smile on your face? Fucking number two from Mickey D's. Is that still a number two with two burgers, or is that like a number 10 now?
It's actually two cheeseburgers, Nick.
Two
It's not
cheeseburgers.
it's not two burgers, it's two cheeseburgers.
I think we all know. Nobody goes to fucking Mickey D's and gets a hamburger. You always get a cheeseburger.
You think, right? But no, there's maniacs that go there and fucking get like regular burgers. I've seen it.
Well, I used to get burgers when I was younger. I don't know why I didn't like the cheese on the cheeseburger. I was a lunatic, but
You used to get
yeah. You
regular
remember?
burgers?
I
Jesus.
did, yeah.
You're sick.
Remember the fucking
Sick of the head.
I got two things to say. Number one, when you go to Connecticut, they put mustard on your burger.
That's stupid.
Dude, I've gotten past it though. I just say, fine, just put the fucking mustard on it. I just eat the fucking thing. I used to tell them no fucking mustard. They'd put mustard on anyway. So just to
Gave
enjoy it,
up.
just do the mustard,
All right.
right?
I would have never done that.
Like enjoy it, enjoy it all.
No,
Enjoy the fucking
I would have
mustard.
returned it. I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy life, but without mustard on my fucking burger. There's no way they're throwing that fucking shit. Yeah, they have these crazy rules in other states where like, no, you have to get mustard. No, I don't gotta get mustard on my fucking burger, you just psychopath.
I'll tell you one thing I can never enjoy: ketchup on my hot dog.
No way.
Dude, disgusting. It's the most disgusting
Why
thing
would
on
you
the
do that to yourself? You're an animal. If you have ketchup and hot dogs, you're an animal.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's only mustard on a hot dog and with
oh,
sauerkraut. I love
oh,
mustard and sauerkraut, nothing better. But if you throw a hot dog and the fucking ketchup on there, nah, you need to go like to see some professional
oh.
help.
It makes it so slimy and gross. Like it's like you might as well just take that thing and just slurp it down. Like the whole fucking thing.
Oh,
Ah!
no, you throw it on the
Oh,
ground, you step on it. If you're a real
oh,
friend and you have somebody about to eat a fucking hot dog with ketchup, you take it out of their hands, you throw it to the ground, you fucking step on it because that shit's gross.
oh my God, it's so gross.
Would you
So
eat that?
gross.
Fucking nasty.
Yeah.
What kind of
Oh,
animal do you got to be to eat that hot dog? Ugh.
one more thing I was gonna say about Mickey D's is remember the Mickey D's on Yonkers Avenue? Obviously, it's still there,
Of course.
right?
Of course.
Froggy used to work there, and the other dude Silvio. Remember those guys? Yeah,
Think
you
so.
remember.
Think so.
But um, remember the going inside? Remember going inside and that little thing that you could put like a penny on and you could win fucking French fries and shit.
You
Dude, that
know,
was
fucking shit. Yeah. Like, what do you, yeah. Like, oh my God, you got a fucking penny?
yeah.
Dude, it was the
Uh,
best. You know what's the best about McDonald's like back in the day? When you thought you were going to be a millionaire because you were getting the little Monopoly pieces.
oh yeah,
And you're like, all right, I got Park Place, but where's Broadway? Why can't I get fucking
boardwalk,
Broadway
boardwalk,
or
boardwalk.
Boardwalk? Yeah, why? Like, where the fuck is Boardwalk?
Yeah.
You know, and I always used to be pissed. I have like a million Park Place bagels. I couldn't understand it. I'm
Yeah.
like, who are the people like? All right, then I was started thinking, like, why don't I form a team and we all put our fucking pieces together? I didn't realize it was fucking like set up from the
Yeah.
beginning with. Because if you watch like the Netflix documentaries
Oh
on
yeah.
I'm like, motherfucker, I spent so much thinking I was gonna fucking hit, and
Yeah.
these motherfuckers are like, scheming to get that fucking $1 million.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Dude, Isn't it insane though? Like that the prices of Mickey D's have tripled, right? 100% they've
Yeah,
tripled it.
yeah.
It
Oh,
used
not
to
that.
probably be like $3 for a fucking a number two with the two cheeseburgers, right?
Dude, there were 99 cents for a fucking cheeseburger for the meal.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah, it was like, dude, it was like,
Two
I think it
buck
was 250.
2.99,
I think it was
250.
250. Like, yeah, me and Hollywood and Miguel Plywood, we used to walk down to the McDonald's when they first, built it down the street from us. We used to walk down there dead of winter. We used to get the double cheeseburgers, bro. It was fucking awesome. And they're so
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah.
Like a dollar, bro. A dollar for a fucking burger. Are you kidding me?
Now it's over $10 for like a medium, right? That's over three times the amount of money now that it is. That
Right.
and it's only been say like 30 years. So every 10 years it goes up like
Right.
another time. So like legitimately, if the math works out here,
I've seen it.
another 30 years,
I
it's
know.
gonna be like $25
Hey,
for a fucking Big Mac meal.
dude, Nick, I've seen it. And you know what stayed the same? Our paychecks. Dude,
Yes.
I've seen it like with the beer industry. Like, so say, like, for instance, like when I first started, right? It was like 2007. Remember when the Giants won that first Super Bowl? Like 2007, not that long ago, right? If you really think about it, not that long ago. And guess how much a natural light 30 pack can was?
A 30 pack can in 2007.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna take a real guess here.
take it.
Uh
Take it.
9.99.
Oh, you're close. 6.99. So motherfuckers were getting a 30 pack for $7. They were walking out there. Sometimes, these motherfuckers used to buy like fucking 330s. They were for $20. They were getting like fucking 90 beers. Like it
Right.
was insane. It was insane back in. Then all of a sudden, I noticed like every year we'd have like a price increase, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, we go up $1.20, and then they have to go up $2, and it kept happening over and over and over. And then when they were saying, oh, inflation now, we get the cost of goods now, dude, everything kept going up. Now a price of natty 30 pack cans in the store is about 25.99.
Yeah.
25.99. And you're not talking about like even a Bud or a Bud Light.
Oh,
You're not talking about a Stella, an import. You're not even talking about that. Like it's just the prices. And it's funny when these companies like, oh, why ain't you doing the volume or where's the volume? Like, why do you think? You think
right.
people are just gonna spend 25, $26 on natural light because they want to? It's probably because they like the beer, or they're young and they get to drink, because that's the cheapest you could probably pretty much still get. But like, where do you think the volume went? You switch the people. So now the people, they're not drinking the 30 packs. They're drinking like the single serve, the tall boys, 25
Right.
ounce cans. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you'll see like a Bud Ice when we
Oh,
used to have it for 99 cents last year, not too long ago, maybe 2 years ago. Let me say 2 years ago. It was
yeah.
99 cents. Now it's like on average like $1.25, $1.30.
Right.
But you start seeing the prices like just go up dramatically, and people, they're not going to spend the money now on that volume. They're going to just spend money like on one instead of
Right.
going like two, because they feel like they have to hold on to the money now. They don't want to
Yeah.
spend it because everybody's so uncertain about what's going on. You see the prices on housing, it's astronomical. The price of like, back in the day, 1980, to buy a house, it was
Yeah.
like on average was like fucking 40,000.
Oh
You
yeah.
you can't even get a car with that money these days.
No.
Once again, what stayed the same? Pretty much the money we make. So it's almost a game that they're playing with us, because we're making double the money. So all right, say we're making like 60 a year, we're really making 120 a year. But the tax man comes out and they take half that money. So we're
Right.
only coming out with like 60 grand, cash if you think about it. But we're making 120, but where'd all that money go?
Right.
We should not fucking pay taxes. I'm telling you right now. It's the stupidest thing we do as an American citizen is pay taxes. We should not pay taxes because that money does not go to benefit us. It's not going to pay for the roadways like you think it is.
Uh,
Like, it just goes right into this greedy politicians, their fucking pockets. They're evil. And the corporations, they're fucking evil too. Ugh.
I mean, yeah, think about all the fucking tax money. I mean, you could have built up another planet with all the fucking tax money that we fucking have shelled out in the fucking, and
They
how
take
many times the
half.
dollar has been taxed,
They
you
take
know?
half.
Yeah, crazy, man. When you go down the line, there's this guy on Instagram. He's fucking great. He talks about finances and shit like that, and he does all these little spoofs sometimes about like how many times the dollar's been fucking taxed. It's like, oh my God, man. It's just fucking bizarre. It's not even worth it. It probably has been taxed more. Oh, 100%. I mean, every dollar has been taxed more than it's
Yeah.
worth.
It's a fucking joke. The dollar, like I'm telling you right now, it's going away. I keep telling people to invest in like crypto, Bitcoin, all that shit. And you might see like Bitcoin go down now because it always fluctuates, goes up and down. They've been doing that since recorded history, since Bitcoin and shit and all the crypto first came out. So you're gonna
Yeah.
see like a lot of ups and downs, and people like once they see it goes down, oh, I gotta sell like all this and that. But I'm telling
Yeah.
you, the American dollar, like it's going away. There's
Yeah.
no doubt it's fucking going away. You're seeing other countries now not even like accept the American dollar. I shouldn't say accept it. They don't respect it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's like a whole another different situation where if countries don't respect your American dollar, what else are they going to use? What are they going to like? You know, it's a really trickery and a slippery slope in regards to the American dollar, where it could just go away like that, and then you know what? All the money you have in your bank, that number in your bank, probably doesn't mean anything.
Mm.
Because that's like the bank. That's saying they owe you the money. They don't have it. It's not yours. It's not your money. They owe you that. What if the banks
Right.
close up and go away? Where does that money go? You don't have that money.
Right. It goes bye bye.
It goes bye bye. You say bye bye, bye bye. You're absolutely right. And that doesn't worry you. Like your money you have in your bank, you say bye bye to it, and that doesn't worry you. You should like, that's why a lot of these other countries, Nick, that I was talking about, what are they investing in? Gold. They're
Oh,
investing in like gold
yeah.
and crypto. There's certain
Mm.
cryptos that they're invested. They just don't want you to know about it.
Yeah.
So they're invested in that. So think about that. Like because you know how you see banks, like all of a sudden they change names or they go
Yeah.
out of business. You know what I mean? You got to watch out for that. So be
Yeah.
careful keeping all. My best advice, like, don't keep all your eggs in the same basket.
Mike just came up with that too. That was
Bang.
good.
Trademark. I just trademarked that line.
Dang. Holy
I
shit.
said that. I said eggs in the basket. I said ghosts and goblins. I say what else? What else I say?
I don't know.
I said some other fucking line. Ghosts and goblins,
Trials and tribulations.
trials and tribulations. That's what it was. So yeah, I'm
Yep.
coming up with some good lines tonight.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So you got anything else to say on this podcast? Because we're going to take next week off. I assume July 15th. We should just take it off because we're not allowed to post this. So about time we post this next week, it's like almost like we took off last week.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is, day. I don't think we should though. I don't think we should take
You
off
want to
next
do
week.
two back to back? So I'll post this Monday and then we record Monday and then I post it Tuesday. So you guys are gonna see two episodes pretty much back to back.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down with that
Hell yeah.
because there'll be no softball left. So I assume you're coming tomorrow night for the last game, right?
Seems like I have to because it doesn't seem like a bunch of our team's coming. So I guess I have to.
Oh yeah, I see it right now. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna need players.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what happened last week. 9 people started. My brother had a pitch. A couple
Yeah.
guys were late. A couple guys just did not show up. So one of those years.
Yeah. Yep. That's what it is. It is what it is.
That's what you get out of this.
Enjoy it,
This is what it is.
but enjoy it.
That's right. You just gotta fucking enjoy it. I'm showing up tomorrow. We're playing.
Yep.
Hopefully, I get a couple hits, and then I'm gonna retire at the end of the game. So I'm gonna go out with a bang.
Yeah. Well, this is our last game with the Hyenas in White Plains for sure. So
Yeah, yeah,
might as well. I guess I should show up for it.
yeah. It might be a good move.
Yeah.
So, listen. With that, I guess, Nick, I'll send you the email with whatever our AI companion spoke to us about, because every time me and Nick do a podcast now on the Mix It Up podcast, we have AI record it and give us notes, and it's fucking hilarious. I gotta
Oh,
admit, AI is hilarious. They
it
come
is.
up with some, because what we're talking about, AI puts it in a summary. So if anybody listening wants to see that email, the summary, just hit us up on Twitter, whatever. Or if you know us in real life, hit us up. I'll gladly send you the email, because they summarize it so hilariously that I can't read it and not laugh. It's just, and then you listen to I would recommend listen to the podcast first and then read in the summary, because it makes it that much more funnier.
Listen, this is all from last week's. This is what it came out as. They also reminisced about a legendary dancer named G Steel and their frequent trips to Atlantic City. That's what AI came up with. A,
Legendary.
just a little piece of what it came up
Right.
with.
We never even said that.
We never called him legendary, but we did talk about his dancing in Atlantic City.
Yeah, we did. I have like one thing I think I was reading here. We have like a bunch of like stuff. Like I'll go around. Like I just checked the email. But yeah, it is pretty fucking funny and entertaining. But AI's here.
Yeah,
AI is definitely making a statement. If you go on Instagram, you see an AI. You could record celebrities' names with AI, or like your voices with AI, and you could prank call your friends now with, like, you know, anybody you could think of.
yeah,
Like Rocky Balboa or some shit could call you, and that could be AI, but it sounds just like them. You could sing songs with AI with different celebrities.
yeah.
It's coming like every day, and I can't even keep up with it. It's just like it's nonstop. So it's coming. It's here. So, like I said on this podcast, enjoy it.
Be careful. Be
That too.
careful because on Instagram there was an ad today. There's this guy, Mr. Beast or some shit like that. And I don't know who the fuck he is, but he I think this was all AI put together. He was on an interview with Joe Rogan, and basically the guy goes, I gave out so much free money. I created an online gambling site where you don't lose, you only win. And Joe Rogan is on there going, dude, I put like $50 in, and within like 3 hours, I was up like $4,000. It doesn't even make any sense. And I looked it up, dude. I was like, is this a scam? And it is a fucking scam. People are going around making these fucking sites that
Really?
are scams and saying Mr. Beast. Like, and
So they made Joe Rogan say it.
I think it was fake, man. I think so.
Uh,
I didn't look into it enough, but I'm pretty sure the whole thing is fucking fake.
dude, yeah, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Big time.
Um,
So be
all
weary.
right, yeah, yeah, like you gotta watch out for that shit too. That's very scary.
Yeah.
But that's the times we're living in now.
Yeah. Get busy living or get busy dying, boys.
Yeah, like we said, just enjoy life, man. Do what you do. All
Yeah,
right,
and
guys.
also,
Yeah,
it'd be nice if somebody, one of our fans, maybe wanted to like, we had special guests back in the day.
we
Let's
did.
get a random fucking special guest that we have 80 followers. We don't even know 80 people. Who the fuck are you people?
It's very true. I know some of you secret followers are probably like, it could be exes of mine, like that are just following on like certain names, like Scrubby McDuff Duff. Like I know
Yeah.
who you are, Scrubby McDuff Duff, or it could be just like random people online. But yeah, listen, we see you listening. we see you every week, like from different parts of the world, like either listening or watching the podcast. We don't say it that often, but yeah, we appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thanks
I
for
don't
listening.
know. No.
I love to get myself out there. The more I talk, the better, and the more people that like that, listen to me, I love. So
I
thank.
don't appreciate our fans, honestly. We all know that. I don't appreciate you because if you're listening to this, it means you don't have a hobby, you know? You got to find a hobby. You got to find something better to do.
No, don't listen to him, guys. This is your hobby. This is your life. You love because you know what? We probably make you feel better about your life by listening to us. Like, especially listen to me. Like, I'm so much better than this fucking guy trader. Like, I love listening to him. Like, he makes me feel so good. No, I'm just kidding. I love my life. My life is fucking awesome. I'm glad you listen. I'm glad you're excited to turn on the podcast. It's amazing. It's all good. Enjoy it.
I'm, I'm
Tell
glad. No,
people.
I appreciate the listeners. I'm just joking. I'm just curious to know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, right. Stalkers. You're all stalkers.
You know
We
what I want? You know what we got to do next week? We start the podcast because not many people make it to the end of this podcast. It just happens how it goes. I listen to some of the most like intriguing podcasts, like Dr. Joe did Dispenza, whatever. Like those guys that are all into like the spiritual energy wise and stuff. 25 minutes in, my brain is
right,
shot. I can't fucking understand anything more. So you
right,
got to
right.
hit them with the 1, 2 at the beginning. From now on, we're going to be like, who are you people? Comment below. Tell us you want to be on the fucking podcast. You want to be a special guest. Because we always hit them up at the end and nobody's fucking listening at this point.
You know what you got to do? You got to hit him with the hawk too. Right, that's what you got to hit him with. You know that
True.
fucking. Do you know that situation before we
Of
go?
course
Let's
I
just
do.
let's just talk about that fucking girl from Nashville, by the way, or wherever in Tennessee she's located. But she was in Nashville. She had that fucking interview, and she's funny. Like the
He is
whole
fun.
thing, she has that like comedic thing about her where I could see her like being like a funny podcaster or on like a fucking TV. It's not that she's talking about like sucking dick or anything. She just made it funny. She made it comedic. And I
Yeah.
think that's what's endearing about her to a lot of people, where it just became viral because she's just talking fucking funny shit. I
Yeah.
happen to like her. I think she's fucking great. You know,
Let's
um,
get her on here. Let's get her on the podcast.
let's go. Let's try to like get her to come on. I'll reach out to her on this. I'll hit her up on Instagram and see if she wants to come on the fucking podcast. We were in Nashville. We had a good time there. I think, she got viral because of that. It's funny when you could go viral, for in today's world. And now she's like overnight, it changed like her life just by joking around and like on a street interview in the city of Nashville when you're just going around hanging out with your friends, getting all fucking, having a
Yeah.
few drinks and shit. So congratulate her, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Good for her.
You know, there's people
Yep.
that I'm sure there's people that are fucking dicks and that are just haters,
Yeah.
that got to go after these fucking people. But yeah, she made a funny fucking joke. It went viral,
Yep.
so that's what we need to do. So I'm gonna be like, maybe I need to hot too. You get me? Yeehaw. You know what I mean? I think that's what she was missing though. She was missing like a yeehaw at the end. I think that's what I would have made it like a million times better if she's like yeehaw and just fucking walk down the strip after that, like a
Shit.
fucking Dukes of Hazards or some shit. Hilarious. But the internet, man, internet's a fucking crazy place.
It is.
Or maybe she's just an AI version of somebody they made up to make
She could
it
be.
seem like a fucking viral video. She could be just AI created. She might not even be a real person, but we're gonna reach out to that AI and see if she wants to come on the podcast. So,
Let's do it.
but with that, listen, we out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, pass it on, and that's it. We out.
Peace.
Peace.
Sometimes the darkness shades the light. Sometimes the day feels like the night. I don't know what's wrong with me. Never mind about what I've seen. I'll sit alone in this disguise. skies, but I'll try. So I hang my head, I drown my thoughts, smoke my stuff, then I sing my song. I don't know much what it used to be. I love myself, but I don't love me, no. The question still remains.